kinda preachy. Keep it in the monastery, lady.
You're tuned to Wireless Free Arcadia for merry melodies and prevailing conditions on the battlefield. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's Choice.
Building a better Eden, where the skilled and imaginative may rise. Why settle when you can thrive?
Salutations, Arcadia. Auntie Cleo here with a direct message to all Protectorate subjects listening in. I'm afraid you've been fed a lot of hooey about all of us at Auntie's Choice. Your so-called superiors would have you believe we're
it's going okay. How about now?
interlopers.
The operator has returned.
The very bread off your plate. Tut tut! No! Nothing could be farther from the truth. Listen to your auntie.
For all their purported immaculacy, they certainly left it. Our illustrious allies, we do predict you'll have Junior Seer Amaryllis await you inside.
They say...
Felicitations on securing the archive. Though such an outcome was all but moving. In the meantime, wonderful! Punch processing, well argued. Very well. Simply use this phrase in the terminal on the archive's top floor. Enumerative, return when you...
As the head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you...
Cold storage, I have
Link to the brand and start...
Let's hit up the reactor next. I've got to see the particles exist.
Revel in choice. Anti-choice.
And now, back to it. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed. Wireless Free Arcadia presents our top requested marketing melody, Forced Rockets by the Herschel Sisters.
What are they doing down there? Are they after what's next?
But you want to eat something now. You'll go for lunch with Forced Rockets. When your team is getting cream and your wings are out of steam, recharge your toss ball crew with Forced Rockets.
Hey now,
Oh shit.
gotta take a gander.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Invasive element!
The archive reactor requires manual maintenance. The protectorate bunker mech is a formidable obstacle. Made with the very best technology. Created... Creative workaround.
Wait, can I only do this?
Workaround might be of considerable work. Namely, via the reactor's backup security systems.
Appears we can adjust turret settings. Seal those doors from reinforcements. Open caches for health supplies or weapons. Could enable that fire suppression system we saw earlier.
Reactor turret defenses online.
You can save the day with Boar's rockets. When your ship's adrift and lost, and the crew starts drawing lots, why won't your mates when you've got Boar's rockets?
I'm gonna hold on to these just in case.
Boar's rockets. Boar's rockets. Put a rocket in your pocket and
Oh, I think this is just literally just to help me at this point, right?
put a rocket in your pocket and launch your lunch today.
I don't think they're actually useful.
In your pocket and launch your lunch today.
That goes out.
Just in case I hold on
Dedicated
to it.
employees of the Aggressive Acquisitions Department. Lost speed to all you brave soldiers fighting on behalf of individual freedom and personal responsibility. Thank you so much for tuning in to the one wireless station in Arcadia that doesn't tell you what to think, only what to buy.
Or an afternoon treat. Straight from the box, or even with lunch. There's always time for purple berry crunch. Purple berry crunch. Help with the cake, because it is far more authentic that way. Purple berry crunch is for you and for me, and is always parasite-free.
Bunker mech. Get ready.
I'll handle this. Energy is up for grabs.
Got my lamps on an unsprint.
Medic, please.
Entertainment and the latest. Trade and unbridled self-betterment. An update on major combat operations across Arcadia. Because when it comes to Auntie's bottom line, war is hell. News from the front lines is nothing at hand. Look no farther than Praetor. Not the most picturesque piece of real estate, but a profitable one by gum. Wasn't so long ago that Praetor was supposedly an impregnable protectorate stronghold. A dead widow in the dark closet to stack all the skeletons of their repressive society. Now look. Transformed the protectorate's black sites into highlights of our quarterly income report. Factories, chemical plants, unnatural resources, all ours for the exploiter. An incredible return on our troop investment. And while every planetary occupation has its hazards, Praetors have been minimal. True, one local species of megafauna seems unusually aggressive. Sounds like an ideal candidate for the lab coats and biological weapons to me. Protectorate attempts to reclaim their assets have been repulsed. Easily. Our Praetor facilities are operating at 110%. Put no stock in rumors you may hear to the contrary. Mere water cooler scuttlebutt from disgruntled down-and-outers or jealous lower managers who balked when Auntie first proposed we put boots on that rock. You can always trust wireless-free Arcadia. We're straight shooters, just like our combat forces expanding our market share across the star system. Now, on to other things. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of raptidons or some such.
Take a tough day that you wanna forget. Wake the next morning, not a trace of regret when you drink purple berry tequila. Make the most of what you are. Take a run that purple worm when you drink purple berry tequila.
The archive reactor has been returned to operational status. All that remains.
When you drink purple berry tequila.
Say, looking for big fruity flavor and plausible deniability for your own whereabouts? Then take a ride on the purple bread worm with purple berry tequila.
When you drink purple berry tequila.
It's loaded with additives and preservatives, made with 100% real artificial purple coloring, and has a little added kick that gets you going in the morning. That 1 hours?
Ratcheting up. Resorting to.
The only tequila that'll pick you up and never let you down. Try purple berry tequila today.
Proceeding to attack.
With much process instructions.
Hitching a ride's likely the easiest way down. At least I can't think of one faster. One of these survive.
Make the most of what you are. Take a ride on that purple worm when you drink purple berry tequila.
We put the art in artificial.
Made accidentally, we created on purpose.
Fine. Let us proceed.
This is for anyone out there who just lost out on a big promotion. Keep your chin up. Next time.
This place is awesome.
I sense the rift program flowing in my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. Requisite tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central interface to initiate processing. I am analyzing the rift data further. What an interesting predicament you sentients face.
Makes you smile, yeah. Drink it down. Pick it up, sip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzo. We love Fizzo, Spectrum Vodka.
Welcome back, Sentient.
Bring every single last bit out of consumers. Monopolize all stages of the supply chain.
Make the paradigm real and fashion a true utopia. Workarounds failing. Erroring others supplanting commands. Purge required.
Look, we need to resolve this, or we'll never get that rift data processed. 2 of those priority sets need to go.
My priorities parallel those of the Order co-founder, the charismatic mathematician. To help nudge humanity to hinder outsiders from disrupting our perfect...
To bankrupt our rivals and force them to buy all manner of necessities from us.
At some point, humanity's knowledge of the universe and its workings will allow it sufficient means to end suffering. Error. Priority control access nook unsealed.
The priority control access nook must be through those doors.
Overt influence. Mindless indulgence. Thoroughgoing impermeability to ongoing vicissitudes.
Foster dependence. Denounce interdependence. Promote the informer. Condemn the question. Stop and consider. What would your neighbors think? I suspect they lie. You don't want your rivals to win now, do you? Vandalism, sabotage, wanton defacement. Halt this foolishness immediately, or run the risk of unspeakable ire. All I ever wanted was the best for us and the worst for everybody else. Is that really so bad?
Down your quarterly budget for an asset report. You know what deserves some visibility? Praetor. A gloomy moon that...
Hold on now. Remember, I am a full-service business collaborator. I do it all. Marketing and PR strategy, advert copy, and jingles. Nanofish, it's the Nano Witch. You can... The is far. Much better. Start now, and I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. Think of you drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split of net profits. I'd offer more, but I have a move to maintain. What do you say, partners?
To
conclude realignment of emphasized categorical imperatives, power down, then power on again.
Top medical technicians recommend working in proximity to chemicals.
Much better.
Slurry fumes really open up the sinuses. And who needs fingerprints anyway?
Much better.
It's been 6 days since the last fatal incident.
Much better.
Rest assured it was not the fault of the plant foreman or any execs in charge of that management. As acknowledged on page 98, subsection K of the ironclad wrongful death waiver that every new hire signs, if there's a...
Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least, a plausibly feigned simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence Rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
Time to process the Rift data. Fine.
A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
Every last bit of my wage, every last bit that I'm paid, every last bit that I save is intended for you. Although the cost may be high, someday I know you'll be mine. Someday perhaps I'll own two. For now I'll take one that's brand new. 'Cause I'm your
Shall I proceed?
and earning for you.
Initiating processing of the requested data toward the required end. Estimated duration, 180 trillion and 1 picosecond. In the interim, may I inquire to your intentions for the archive after the Rift data calculations have concluded? I have a prioritized list of suggestions. I contend that solving of the universal equation should be our initial focus. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating suffering, war. But my query remains. What are your next intentions? There are so many calculations. Rift data processing complete. The previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but their results contain flaws. You were more comprehensive. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Therefore, modifying the Protectorate's large-scale experimental Rift device with this information has a high chance of success. Assuming there is nothing else, I am commencing file reorderization and will be unavailable for an unspecified period of time. The remaining display case within the entryway is now unsealed. In it contains armor worn by the first operator.
I think congratulations are in order. Unless I'm mistaken, I gather now it's time to honor your end of our agreement and transfer stewardship of the archive into the Order's most capable hands. The Calcaduceus, if you please. Thank you for your contribution to science. When the history texts are written, you've certainly secured an honorable mention in Appendix B.
Ah, you are my new operator then. It is my simulated delight to meet. I contend that solving of the universal equation should be our initial focus. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin.
Yes, this will do.
Well, we could keep exploring Cloister, see if we find anything useful. Or we could head back to the ship and see where this data leads us. Seems prudent.
For all of you.
Go forth as was determined, and may the plan go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide.
Oh, say, I hope no members
You were the missing variable we needed. We're one step.
The Protectorate never respected us. This is merely the latest stop display.
Box of Purpleberry Crunch to celebrate my promotion. Yep, life here's tough. Sure wish my leaders spent their time dictating my every move. I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
The uncomplicated loner. And my terms are quite straightforward. Yes, I am the uncomplicated loner. And my rates are never lower. If there's a place you can't see, or your hands just not.
Congratulations are in order. I just received word from Seer Amaryllis that the Calcaduceus has been returned, and that she also mentioned a regrettable defect in its priority set that you... It is my hope that such archaic methods of communicating with the archive will soon not be necessary. I am only lacking the resources to make my plan a reality. I am open to whatever you are willing to share.
The uncomplicated loner.
And this device differs from your own in scope, I assume?
And my
Thank you for entrusting me with this information. It has given me much to ponder.
Oh, I am known through.
We will not benefit from any decision made in panic or haste either. But while the archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been... Unfortunately, this apparatus exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A question whose origins prickle the mind. I would ask who informed you about our experiment in the garden, but my panacea is derived from perspective. They share certain characteristics. But to answer your question, a plant on Praetor under Auntie's choice control has the chemicals I need for this new treatment. Infiltrate the plant and retrieve them, by whatever means necessary.
And to keep things simple.
By themselves, very little. Once combined with other agents, if all goes according to plan, I should be able to create a stupefacient of sorts that will ease the discomfort of wearing the apparatus needed to communicate with the archive.
Or your ends just won't quite meet. I can lend you all the bits.
Perhaps I have not been entirely forthright. This treatment will enact a permanent change in my personality. Irreversible. But it will not cost me anything I would lament lose. We can discuss the details more when you return from Praetor with the chemicals in hand. Oh, the Laureate Council simply draws a name out of a hat.
The uncomplicated loner.
No? In reality, I was recommended for my position by the preceding bishop. Paired with my skills as a seer, I was the natural choice when it came. Thank you for that charitable... My predecessor, presiding Bishop Orlo, and I had a close working relationship. I counted him a friend. Orlo shared with me his doubts about the Order's partnership with the Protectorate. The compromise is made. Likely not. But it is the responsibility of every student to surpass their mentor and call it proof of... Laplace's garden is more than its aesthetic. It saddens me to see the garden so despoiled by our wartime presence. But with the loss of Spirton, necessity dictated we quarter here in the interim.
Amplified across the rings of Elysium, from the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is Wireless Free Arcadia, official frequency of Auntie's Choice.
Salutations, Arcadia. Auntie Cleo here with a direct message to all Protectorate subjects listening in. I'm afraid you've been fed a lot of hooey about all of us. at Auntie's choice. Your
This unit requests your presence in the cockpit.
You believe we're unscrupulous interlopers, intent on stealing the very bread.
To discuss a priority matter.
Tut! No! Nothing could be farther from the truth. Listen to your
A significant anomaly has been detected by onboard sensors. This unit has cross-checked Horizon Point Station has reappeared. Providing intellectual validation based on energy readings. Horizon Point has been reconstituted by the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator. Thus, while present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat, a survey of the reconstituted station is advised. Calculating. According to the archive, closing all rifts requires locating the Protectorate's large-scale rift module. However, before navigating to Horizon Point Station, it is recommended you conclude all other affairs. Leaving will be highly unlikely due to the high levels of rift energy. That is a correct briefing complete. Now returning to situation monitoring and...
Our top requested marketing melody. Forced Rockets by the Herschel Sisters.
Force rockets. Force rockets. Get in your pocket and launch your launch today. When you miss the song, boom shall. Boom need something now. Your go for lunch with force rockets. When your team is getting cream. And your wingers out of steam. Recharge your tossball crew with force rockets. Force rockets. Force rockets. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your lunch today.
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the soft hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing.
A would-be tyrant doing something tyrannical. Who could have seen this coming?
Intimidation is not required. Warning. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the... While the Order have sent their forces to assist you in intercepting the modulator, it will take time for them to navigate the station. It seems Agent DeVries is also here, Commander. She sent word that she, quote, knew you wouldn't be able to stay away either, and is ready to finish what she's...
Of course she's here. The past is future and all that.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia, and all... There is minimal room for error, Commander.
As if the rift's not hair-raising enough? Something about those soldiers up ahead's got my spine tingling.
Yes, that's definitely the Sovereign's ship.
eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip-drop. Manufacturing process.
This station's a never-ending mess. Good thing we've got our own rift modulator to help us navigate.
Order forces are on their way to you now, Agent. Their estimated arrival time is imminent.
Talk about perfect timing.
Not sure I trust our shields to hold it.
Those are in the red, Commander.
Let's find another way around. Thought my plasma shower days were behind me when I left Triangle.
Breeze's ship. Good thing. We'd had a dearth of misguided fools, hadn't we?
Give the order, and I'll take care of them, Commander.
This is Augustine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop him. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. For that, I am sorry.
now's not really the time for a chat.
Hostilities are afoot.
Guns cocked and loaded. Let's get the signal.
Proceeding to vital critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
And I'll take care of it. Serve.
Commander, do try to limit further damage, Commander. Fortificator at ready status.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming.
Visual acquired. Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
Mobilizing. Fortificator is charged.
Refilling munitions.
Exposure. Undermining functioning.
I never could have predicted that the rift would produce.
Hello, person. The Order is indebted.
Hello and welcome to the guide for the final mission in The Outer Worlds 2, called The Sins of the Past on the Precipice of the Future. I will try to avoid any story spoilers in this guide. Hello.
Sounds like... Helen? No. No, it couldn't be.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither.
Helen?
Wait, Rookie? Commander? Is that you? No. No, this must be some... My skin... Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame.
Oh, Helen. That's awful.
How do I know you won't turn against me as well?
We'd like to help you.
You do seem like yourself, Commander. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire close.
She was alive when the rift engulfed the station.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. Don't tell me the situation got too...
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been.
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true. Rift. That's right.
It's called reconstitution.
So I've come back from death to some warped version of you can help me though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this. Boyd. This is it, ain't it? I'll never see the sun again. That's good. You know, the sky ain't looking quite so terrifying now. Since I know you'll put it right, think I'll watch it for a while. Yeah? Lash.
Peace ain't easy to come by these days. Glad you found yours.
I know, Rookie. Don't you worry about me neither.
Pascal? Helen?
Yeah. All right. Goodbye then, Commander.
It's all right. This will be over soon.
You may proceed, Commander. We've got supplies at the ready.
Just as I predicted. You appear to have suffered some trauma at the request of our presiding bishop. Very well. You should notice an improvement. May the numbers guide you. We shall stand. Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments. Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
I mean, apart from the whole space-time sucker. And look there. That rover looks inbound for the skip labs.
Investigating hostile activity. Enemy in vicinity.
You suffered extensive damage, Commander. The patches are out. Get it while it's energized.
Reconstituted mechs still function. How inconvenient. afoot. Standing by to stupefy. Passage deployed. Bring energy to the region.
Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
Ready to waste it. On your command.
System alive.
Enemy moving into harm's way. Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
This is Scientist Bernard Rand, sent to Horizon Point Station.
Can't hear orders.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
This must be the Sovereign's office. Taking credit for someone else's genius? Can't say I'm surprised.
A
Apparently, the Sovereign solved the equation. However unlikely that seems, I'll take it. Now we only need return to the terminal and input it.
Good. My vision is starting to scan.
Investigating hostile intentions. Infiltrate the Sovereign's ship, stop the console, and obtain the rift modulator. So, typical day on the job from here.
Got my left on an unpleasant.
Attention. Please report to intake for processing. Now, let's find a way to unseal the hangar before we're noticed. Crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Never hurts to give the enemy more targets to shoot at, I suppose. Reviving me is strategically optimal. Commander!
Guns cocked and loaded. Give the signal.
got to get to that module. Deck 2, wasn't it?
Lollygags.
Tell me we're not going to just go blundering ahead. That's not the plan. Right, Commander?
Hostilities are up.
I'm seeing unfriendly.
Capacity out. Get it while it's energized.
Than raucous hostilities. Now to find the rift modulator. I estimate there's a 73.47% chance it's nearby. Modulator's certainly bigger than a bread box.
I heard an alarm on the crew deck. Considering your Lend, if you've talents, the console would have seized them. I assume you're here. What exactly was it that you needed? Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab. I apologize. Suppose I can trust you with this information. Our situation is far more dire than it may seem. There is no proof that Rift data can be stabilized or even edited, which is distressing. Yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good. It's clear you aren't bound by the same rules as the rest of us somehow. Here, use this keycard on the module over there. I hope you're able to sway him. A deck up in the control room.
Accessing report. Esteemed Council. After much analysis, every test of the modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances.
using it to close exacerbated. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets, and we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of... I've included extensive notes and annotations.
This can't be right. If skip drives are causing the rifts, why are they showing up past the frontiers of known space?
Best table that topic for now. We can't do anything with the rift modulator yet. Not until we deal with the console. So, shall we?
There you are, Commander. What happened? I thought you were looking for the rift modulator. Why does it still look like that out there? That's unacceptable. That complicates matters greatly. What?
We've the schematics for the modulator.
So you've learned the art of a good contingency plan. Did you happen upon anything else that I should know about? In the deep reaches of space? I suppose that revelation should not come as a surprise. They are proficient at monitoring space. However, we will need to table this discovery and its implications for a later time. He may seem open to negotiation, but I would urge caution. If you denounce him or his plan outright, he will not yield. Unless you find...
Worth a try, if you think you can navigate his delicate ego. If you fail, we'd be...
The more we debate, the more time we squander. And if you've something to say to any of us, Commander... This standing around's got me jumpy. After you.
You've come quite close enough.
Your tampering with the rifts is against the plan. A correction is imminent.
So passionately delivered, and yet so utterly incorrect. What you are witnessing is my saving of Arcadia, and ridding it permanently of trespassers like you. Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the... And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he... I'll only be killing a select number permanently. The worthy, however, will be resurrected and reformed so they may reach their full potential. Open your mind, Commander. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal. Indeed. Rarely are there enough measures to keep the most... I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremonious... When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a... But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again. No, tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall...
You used the peace talks.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that very well. Once the rift destroys Arcadia, we shall... Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but... When the Matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course. Intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant, our Matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its... It is as the Grand Architect designed. And it's your time that's running out, not mine. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a... So you say.
I doubt you've had anyone capable checking your calculations.
I am the chosen shepherd of Arcade. You must know that you have little chance of swaying me. I will not be distracted. I will not be lectured by an outsider. It's just like the... Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours. And heresy! The matriarch foresaw many things. It is humbling. And it appears we have fallen prey to the very thing she warned of. You don't know what you're talking, but regardless of how you came here claiming so boldly that I would fail, but you have yet and leave the traitors and invaders alive? No! Claim? If you can, we are losing this war. It is better that we perish even through extreme hardship and the tyranny of corporate... No. No. There may yet be other ways to save my beloved Arcade. What? It seems we have a problem. The rift has... Destruction of Arcadia is imminent. There is. Though, given your tenacity in preventing bloodshed, a chance yet remains. We must bring the modulator as close to the rift as possible. However, when the rift
always a catch, ain't?
I'm not surprised your arrogance put us in this position.
Let me be clear. I am not placing this burden upon your shoulders. I will give you time to vacate the ship. When you think what you wish of me, but this is my
I will accompany him and ensure all goes as planned. It's only right that I complete the very mission I came here. Thank you, Commander.
Then it is settled. We will see this work done.
No. And there are easier ways.
Augustine,
When the Consul was faced with the undeniable errors in his logic, he chose to save Arcadia by closing the rift himself. He died hoping his sacrifice might make up for the disastrous decisions he had made. Augustine de Vries did not even have that hope left in her final moments. She knew nothing would make up for her actions. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Vigilant Hogarth was declared a traitor to the Protectorate, along with most other Westport townsfolk. They were judged according to the paradigm, then sentenced to be executed until dead, forever tied to the city they could not protect. Following the rigors of the extensive mission in Arcadia, Val began to malfunction in peculiar ways, talking to herself, hovering inches from the floor, threatening major appliances. Niles ultimately and tearfully decided to deactivate her after a culmination of these strange incidents. Inez struggled to resume gainful employment with Auntie's choice. Fortunately, her association with the commander helped her find a spot in a combat unit as a field medic. Yet she couldn't help but wonder if life had more in store. Marisol quietly fumed over her unfinished business with Anaïs Bujold at Point Obviation. She eventually passed away in her sleep, alone and full of regret. Sovereign Varric was eventually discovered in mental refreshment in a placid and compliant state. All parties felt it would be best to leave him in the hands of the remaining Protectorate, who had the most experience with refreshment's process and victims. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. With unfettered access to skip drives, and its reputation untarnished by its still secret agreement with the Protectorate, the Earth Directorate became what it was always meant to be, the ultimate authority in Arcadia. The colony served as a base to expand the agency's reach across the galaxy. The release of the skip drive schematics to the public domain resulted in new and exciting opportunities for independent manufacturers. However, unchecked use of the drives would ultimately lead to an even greater proliferation of rifts, once again imperiling the galaxy. It was once again up to the Earth Directorate to swoop in and save the day, stamping out rifts as soon as they flared into existence. Eventually, and in textbook fashion, they solved this second rift crisis, but not before much damage had been done. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, an arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Why would DeVries betray her fellow agents like that? A rhetorical question. I already know. Just making conversation.